This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I am here with Guy van Lancker in La Livinière in Minervois, and we are at Domaine Combe Blanche. Monsieur, ça va?
Hello, yes, I am Guy.
Guy, we've been tasting through your wines today, and you do a few things that other people in La Livinière do not do, and I was quite fascinated. You have a number of grape varietals here that I don't usually associate with La Livinière. As much as I loved your La Livinière wines, I thought we'll get to that in a second, but you had some really great, interesting grape varietals. You have some Pinot Noir.
Yes, I have.
You have
it's
some...
Création.
You have some Cinsault. You have some
yes,
Tempranillo.
Yes, I am an original winemaker. I have a knowledge because I knowledge wine in Languedoc during 30 years. I try to create new wines in Languedoc because this country permit some experience and to produce many new wines, like everywhere in the world. Some winemakers try to experiment and to develop different aroma, different variety, because we like experiment and to produce different qualities.
Now, most people, when they think of Pinot Noir, they don't think of a region quite as warm as you have in the Languedoc. How does Pinot Noir taste when you find it in the Languedoc?
Yes, Pinot is a very strange cepage in Languedoc, but I think I have the terroir to have a good Pinot. If you taste my Pinot, it's a good balance. It's spicy. It's not a Burgundy Pinot, but the soil is very special for this Pinot because the orientation of the vineyard is in the north part of the vineyard, and I try to on dit ralentir.
Yes, yeah.
Ralentir the maturity, to have a good maturity just in September, in the middle of September. The technique is completely different. In Burgundy, they try to have the maximum maturity to have a good Pinot. In Languedoc, we try to have a maturity in the end of September.
I understand. Now, how does that work with regards to levels of acid and the like? Because that's the reason that you harvest so early, right? Because you don't want those grapes to get too ripe.
Yes.
And then, what's your normal eventual alcohol level once you make your Pinot?
That is the same for Syrah or Grenache in Languedoc. When the maturity is good, the degree is up. The degree alcohol is 14, sometimes 15. We try to have more degree, but it's impossible. We have sun. With the sun, we have a good maturity, and sometimes the year in Languedoc, in this part of Languedoc, is very dry, and when it's dry, it's sometimes very difficult to have a good maturity without alcohol. We have the maturity with the alcohol.
I have to ask you, because I know people will be fascinated, how would you describe the bouquet and the palate of a Languedoc, a pure Languedoc, and one of your Languedoc Pinot Noir?
Languedoc Pinot Noir, but the taste is completely different of Pinot of Burgundy. With the sun, we have a good maturity. Donc you have spicy pepper, long in mouth, not cherry. With the maturity, the cherry disappears. The taste is different. I can understand, but it's an experimentation because before no Pinot in Languedoc. Now we have, but in the dry climate, it's very difficult to produce a good Pinot.
It's funny, it's very difficult to produce it in a wet climate as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also.
So Tempranillo, why Tempranillo? I mean, it makes sense because you're not really far from Spain here.
Yes, but it's an accident because in the beginning I was very young and without knowledge, and I create Tempranillo without knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pure hazard. I have no regret.
So you enjoy. I have to say that I really enjoyed your Tempranillo today. Mm-hmm. And how would you say Tempranillo performs in the Languedoc compared to, shall we say, Rioja, Ribera del Duero, and the like?
I think it's better.
Ha! I knew you were going to say that. But it does seem quite suited to the climate, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And finally, Cinsault. I mean, Cinsault is a traditional, like an ancient grape varietal here, but it's almost extinct in the vineyards. Like nobody really labels it as single varietal Cinsault. Mm-hmm. Why have you stuck with that, and why do you believe it works well as a single varietal?
I think Cinsault is a good cépage for the Languedoc. It's a classic cépage, and it's a wine with spicy, fruity, not heavy, but good to drink every day, and with a good taste, a special taste, a special food. But for the customers, international customers, it's very interesting to discover another taste. And Cinsault, it's a really grape, Languedoc grapes, like Pinot in Burgundy. But here, I think much people don't like the taste, or don't like to produce a wine, produce a good wine with Cinsault, because it's too light for us. Too
light.
Too light.
That's interesting.
And I think it's Cinsault has color, has fruit, and it's not generous and not strong, but easy to drink, pleasant.
Very pleasant indeed. Your
yes.
Cinsault was great. It was really good. Guy, we have to head off and go and do some more tasting, but thank you very much for joining us at Good Food Revolution today. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And all of your generosity and hospitality.
Excuse me for my bad English, but...
you should hear my French. Thank you very much, sir. Bye-bye.